Should women be allowed to vote?
I haven't counted.
I'd love to be persuaded. There'll be a lot more murdered husbands.
Howdy, folks. Welcome back to the podcast. To tell you the truth, it's been a while since Katie and I have been on a date. It's one of those seasons. Okay, we've got our children who we love. We adore our children. And we've got babysitters that are willing. We're not trying to, throw shade on any of our babysitters. We are grateful for all of their time that they've been able to devote towards our family. It just hasn't happened. Between sickness, between travel, between a variety of things. It's been a while since we've been on a date night. So we're going to have a bit of a date night right here in the podcast studio. And we're coming up with some questions to ask one another that we don't know.
Wait, I thought I was just asking you.
That's what you thought. Exactly. Okay. But folks, we hope you enjoy this episode. If you do, please leave it a rating or a review on whichever platform you choose to listen to it on. And if you watch our podcast on YouTube, we would love it if you subscribe to this channel, or if you hit the like button or comment below. Anything else? No, I think that's all I got. So let's get this thing rocking and rolling.
The Now That We're a Family podcast.
Okay, so the funny thing is, you guys, we never do this stuff on date nights ever. So it's like a podcast date night. It's fun. We've had fun times doing this. I feel like at like newlywed retreats, stuff like that. But we never actually do this on a date. So that said, this will be new. Yeah,
we have to really quick though let people know about the Voetberg Music Academy fall contest, which everybody's free to join. Okay, so if you're a musician and you play the piano, the fiddle, the guitar, the mandolin, or the ukulele, you are welcome to compete for this chance to win cash money. The top 5 places in each division get money. And so if you're interested in that, check the link below. We welcome anyone and everyone, whether you're a classical player or a traditional player, a Celtic player or a Texas swing player, a jazz player or a polka player, any style out of those instruments, please come join the competition.
Did you say the instruments? I might have missed instruments.
Piano, guitar, fiddle, mandolin, ukulele.
Great. Sorry, I was zoning out because this bug is just, can I kill the bug?
You can. And again, there's more info on the contest below. I'm so stoked about this. It's all online. Okay, so this is video submission. There is a time frame in which you need to submit your videos, and there's more details on the criteria we're going to be judging on, and then, how long your song should be and the type of songs and stuff like that. So just check the description for more information on that.
Okay, we got the bug. So first question, you have to write down your answer on the white piece of paper.
Yep.
And hold it up to the camera.
All right.
So that they can see it.
Okay.
And I am going to, what I'm going to do, since I don't have a white sheet of paper, so I'm going to ask you the question.
Okay.
Should I hold up my answer? Should I just explain what I think your answer is going to be?
Yeah.
And then you hold up your answer to say if it's
sure,
right.
But don't explain until I write down my answer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Okay, Elisha.
Yeah.
If you could go back to school and study anything in the world, what would it be?
Okay. Boy, this is just the first thing that came to mind, so I'm going to write it down.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. I guess, see, I can't listen to him writing on the paper because...
Wait, I don't think that I know how to spell it. Okay, actually, I'm going to... Not off to a good start. I haven't studied this subject. That's why.
What?
That's why I don't know how to spell it.
Okay, well, 2 came to mind, and I don't, yeah.
Wait, before I show the camera,
Yes.
Can I show it to you?
No.
Because I don't.
No, I have to say what my answer is so they know if I'm right.
Well,
if
I don't know if I spelled this properly.
Okay, well, I'm going to say what it is, then I'll check it out.
Just a second. I'm going to Google this really quick, okay?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Just.
Okay, what's your guess?
Explain the answer. Okay, yeah. My guess would be journalism.
Oh, okay.
Because you brought that up before. I know I'm probably wrong. Okay, what?
Well, but you are right. I've brought that up.
But I know you brought it up.
Yes.
Okay, so what is it? Let me see, and then you can show the camera. I think that's right.
You think that's
if
right?
it's wrong, we're both wrong.
Okay,
so I think
great.
You can show it to the camera.
Okay, so the answer is literature.
You guys can let us know down below if that's spelled correctly.
Literature.
I could totally see that. Okay. it was funny because it was between journalism and then theology, because you brought up both those things. But
yeah, those were the moods I was in. See, you got to know the mood I'm in when you're asking these questions, Katie.
Literature would be a good one. So what, you'd become an English major?
I guess so. Because at this point, I wouldn't be going to school for the sake of getting a job in that field. It would really be for personal enjoyment or like enrichment, and that just sounds really fun right now because that's what we're into as a family. And it'd be fun discussion for everyone. I think when I was thinking more career stuff, that's when I was thinking, man, journalism, because I enjoy writing and it'd be fun to do that. And then what was the other? Yeah, same with theology. I was like, it'd be cool to have more of a, foundation and kind of a framework around my theology and have the capability of teaching and potentially even preaching. But I think those were interests to me when I was like wondering if I should change, careers. I don't want to change careers anytime soon.
No. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Literature, that's so funny. So it's funny because I was given the option, in school of doing an English writing major or an English literature major. And I went with a writing major. At the time, I was like, what's an English literature major? It just seemed like a waste of time.
Right. Well,
but I would love to go back and do that now.
Yeah, I think your writing has served you well, though. I don't think you regret that, do you?
No, and it's like I had to take random like American Lit and English Lit courses, but I just tested out.
Yeah. Great. Good question.
That was a great question. I learned something.
Yeah. Can I ask you the same questions? Or no? Should we just...
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of already answered it, which wasn't...
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
No. Not that one. Maybe the next one.
Let's just do them both. Well, I didn't already answer it. I just made that question about me, so sorry.
That was good. I'm glad you did. No. Katie, this is like a dating game, okay? It's a newlywed game where I want to learn. In fact, I'm far more interested in you than I am about me.
No,
okay?
no.
So I want to hear your thoughts on all of these.
Whatever. Oh, man. Okay, so if you could go back to school and study, it would be literature, which is fun. I feel like you kind of are doing that because you read so much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not studying it. I'm not taking an academic approach to it, but it's just enjoyment now. So this is probably the best way to enjoy it. It's like not have any tests or
exactly.
not have to listen to like some liberal professor explain something.
Destroy the book for you. Yeah. Okay. Would you be more likely to believe the moon landing was faked or the earth is flat?
Yeah, I think the moon landing.
Hey, you got to write it down on your piece of paper.
Okay.
Elisha. Okay, no. Elisha. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're writing it down now.
I just want to follow the rules. So
too late.
There you go.
The moon landing.
Yes.
Okay, so why do you think it's flat?
I mean, that one seems a lot easier to fake, right? We're talking like, I don't know if it's thousands of people that would have to be in on that or hundreds. I don't know how many it is. And then also, because I think satellites have gone up for more recently, that have like shown the roundness of the Earth. I get there's people that say like it's not. The argument isn't that it's like not. What would you call that? Like rounded.
Yeah, like when you look at like a GoPro, it like makes footage all rounded.
Yeah, so I think flat Earth people think that it's not actually flat. They think there is some curvature to it. They just don't think it goes all the way around in like a circle, right? It's not a globe.
There's just too many people that have sailed around the world. Like that 16-year-old girl that sailed around the world.
Yeah,
like
I mean, at least she thought she did. Yeah,
have sailed around the world. How do you sail somewhere and come back and not know with all of our like longitudes and latitudes?
Sure.
And, like there's so many different forms of measurement that I feel like we have on this current planet. Like satellites, even if the satellites aren't telling us the truth or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I also wonder so Christopher Columbus is like accredited for thinking that the Earth's round originally, right? Has that's a long time ago, I guess. Whereas the moon landings, like people have only had to fake that for, was that been like 50 years? When was that?
Yeah. I don't know.
And so I just feel like that's a really long time, and technology develops so much and everybody just embraces that. I mean, just because everybody believes it's not a good reason, but it's just.
Well, I guess it would affect, like the moon would specifically affect, like astronauts are really the only ones that could tell you if they've landed there or not.
Yeah.
Whereas there's so many different people that would tell you in so many different spheres, I guess, that would say the Earth is round. Like you have people
That's
up in
what I mean.
space, but
Yes.
you also have like people who have just flown around the world, who have sailed around the world, who have, just like been around the world.
Yeah.
I guess. Some of them have even done it in 80 days. So no, I just think that there'd be too many people off on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, we agree on that, so that's good. Also, I know flat earthers have all their Bible verses about the flat earth, but there's verses about it being round in the Bible too.
Maybe that's why they say it's rounded, but it's not a globe.
Yeah, maybe so. And also I've read all those verses and I think they're all out of context, but I would love to talk to a flat earther sometime and I'd love to be persuaded, but I just don't think it
Sure,
could be.
it'd be kind of fun. That would really change the way you view the world. It would.
joke.
Talk about.
I'm sure a lot of our listeners are. Okay, because I feel like people who listen to this podcast are people who, they kind of think outside the box anyways.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
If you're having a big family, if you're believing countercultural things, if you're doing countercultural things, then you might already be thinking outside the box. So
Yes.
okay, Elisha, what is, or maybe I should say, who is your favorite literary character of all time?
Man.
By the way, we're blowing through these questions, so you can elaborate a little more. I feel like you're kind of like itching to get on to the next one, but I only have a few left.
Oh, okay. Well,
So.
I mean, I don't really, I don't know if I can spell this name accurately. Boy. So I'm going to write down two.
The one you can spell and the one you
Yeah,
can't.
exactly.
Spelling's hard. I use the computer so much to look up words.
I think that's one of them. Okay. And then
Also, I didn't think of an answer to this question.
Oh boy, Sir. Oh,
Elisha,
sorry.
you are the worst at this game. I'm sorry. What's your favorite literary character?
I think this is his name.
I
I forget his last name though.
Don't say it, Elisha.
Why am I spacing? Okay, I'm just gonna.
You can describe it to me later, but
Okay.
don't wreck it.
So.
Don't say it.
Oh wait, you guess. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I would say I don't want to see your paper.
Sorry.
You're making this game very difficult to play.
apologize.
Okay. I think I saw the first one. Is it Edmond Dantes?
Yes, that was the first one.
I saw Ace at the end. I saw the E and the S, and I was like, it's got to be Edmond Dantes.
Okay, who do you think the second one was?
I was going to say Bombadil.
Yeah, he's a cool. He's just.
I don't know anything about him, honestly.
Tom Bombadil. Well, I think I was stoked because C.R. Wiley wrote that book really about Tom Bombadil. He's referenced so briefly in The Lord of the Rings. It's hard
to be a big character.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what was your other one?
Well, I forget his name, Katie. Sir Percy, isn't it?
Oh, and like the Scarlet Pimpernel?
Yeah, what's his name? Sir Percy. He's cool, for sure.
He's
What's his
very
last
cool.
name? Because it's Lady or Madame.
I don't know her name, but the main character
Yes. How did I do with...
Nice.
No, probably not good.
I feel like those are great.
Spelling?
You're getting, okay, so... No, great characters.
Okay, Katie, I am going to ask you this one.
No, why would you say that those are your...
Well, Edmond Dantes is, or however you say it, Dante. I don't even know if I admire him. He just is such a fun character, and I feel like he got to live so many lives in the span of one lifetime. And part of that was brutal, obviously being imprisoned for 11 years? It was so long. He was 14 years.
I mean, I don't know. That's what my dad told me.
Yeah, because even prior to him being imprisoned, well, I shouldn't say even, he had a cool life, right? He was out sailing. He was winning the heart of his woman. And then being imprisoned and being educated by the Abe. And then his escape, and then becoming wealthy and having all those different personas. How cool is that? You know, Sinbad, he got to be Sinbad the sailor. He obviously got to be the Count of Monte Cristo. I don't know. He just like had disguises. He just had, you know, endless wealth, it seemed, and was able to use that for this grand scheme of revenge, which, you know, I think is like the fly in the pudding, because you're like, man, that it really leaves him unsatisfied in the end, which I think is good. You know, I think that, you know, he did a good job of making revenge not look that appealing in the end. So I think he's a very fun character. Mm-hmm. I think I admire Sir Percy, I can't remember his last name at all, more because to me, he's kind of like the equivalent of a, or I feel like Batman is the equivalent of like him, in that he's a mockery to the general public for the sake of being a hero. And so he's willing to sacrifice his public image for the greater good. And so he just is a bumbling, you know, buffoon to the general public, to the public's eyes, and just kind of, he comes across as a drunk and a wealthy guy that just spends his money on frivolous things, when, you know, his true character is he's rescuing people and he's risking his life on a nightly or daily basis, right? And leading this whole resistance. That's really cool.
Yeah,
and
it's kind of like the ultimate hero to not take the glory for yourself.
Oh,
Instead,
yes.
like, trade it for disdain.
Exactly. And so I've always admired that characteristic because, yeah, I'm so the guy that, like, if I ever do anything resembling something cool, I'm like, okay, I'm just, you know, I'm not going to tell anybody. And then I tell the first person I see, you know, it's like this.
That's
actually
not true. You do a lot of cool things you don't tell people about.
And so anytime there's a character like, you know, Batman or Blakely. It's Sir Percy Blakely, right?
I haven't read that book in a long time.
Anyways, I admire that because it's so far from being in the realm of my character. What about you? I do want to know.
No, I'm not.
Can you write this down?
Nope, this is about you.
Oh,
nope.
Come on, Katie.
No,
That's not fair.
It is. You could do it another time.
Do you know who your favorite literary character is?
We're talking about yours today.
Whoa,
I feel like you did a great job. But I think, you know, what's funny is Elisha was reading Count of Monte Cristo after we were married at one point, and he brought up Count of Monte Cristo has all these different names, and he's Sinbad the Sailor. And I was like, I always wondered who Sinbad the Sailor was. Because I read Count of Monte Cristo at 15, and I read it in a few days because I was just so captivated by the plot. And there were some characters that definitely got lost.
Right, because like
when I was chasing the main plot.
One of his characters is an Abe too. You know, that's another one that he walks around in one of his personas.
Okay, yeah, I was like, who on earth is that guy? So, anyways, and then I also think why I always liked Sir Percy better than, like, okay, say a Batman character is because Sir Percy's married. Mm-hmm. He's more honorable. Mm-hmm. And it's inspirational. It's like an inspirational love story too, because the woman's so attracted to this guy. And what's her name? Marguerite? I don't know. It sounds like a good name. It's probably not her name. And then he ends up being this loser, and she's like, where's the man I married? Like, we were so equally matched. We were both so clever. We were both so, you know, intelligent. And then she discovers they both are.
Exactly.
And it's like you get to fall in love all over again.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. So anyways, it's like being married to Elisha.
No, it's not. I feel bad. I would try to go do like more heroic things at night. I'm just always so tired.
Okay. I'd rather you be in bed with me, to be honest. You have to do heroic things all day. Okay, Elisha, would you get another puppy to be friends with Gentry? Don't spell my
word. Sorry.
I'm going to have to restate the rules to this game before we say every question.
Okay. What do you think? Or should I get my answer?
You already did.
Well,
yes.
Just don't look. Okay. Yes. It is yes.
Yeah. That's not how no starts. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So I would have probably guessed no, actually.
Really?
I know it would have been yes and no at different times in our brief time with Gentry. Yes. But I would have guessed no currently because he seems pretty content. But what is your thought with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's relatively content. I think he would just thrive with a companion. And so that would be fun to see him having that, that friendship. And I think he would be even more trustworthy because it is still somewhat of a hazard, just leaving him unattended, he'll wander off on the neighbor's properties and stuff, or just disappear, and that's kind of stressful. And so I mean, maybe he'd get into more trouble, but part of me thinks he would be more content hanging out around our property if he had a buddy.
When do you want to get a puppy?
Not this year.
Okay, so when?
Well, I thought we talked about it would be after he's 2. Yeah, exactly. So
in the spring. Okay.
yeah, because he's turning 2
great.
like in May.
I can maybe look and like can start looking tomorrow. Can look tonight. That's great. That's exciting to me. You know, this is what we like to do is as soon as you get out of the like teething stage with your child, you should go into the potty training stage with a puppy. Do you remember that when he was up all night? I'd have to take him out every 2 hours. You did too. You cleaned his cage a few times, but he did potty train really quick.
You're right. Yes.
Through the night, like crate train.
Yep.
Oh, it is kind of fun to picture him having a little like annoying puppy to yap around, and he'd all of a sudden seem so mature.
I agree.
Okay, Elisha, so far I'm not doing so well, but you aren't doing so well at playing by the rules.
I didn't realize that you could do poorly in this game.
I think I'm not picking the right answers.
Oh.
Okay, so that's how you do poorly. You lose like that. Okay, I'm going to restate the rules. Write down on your paper. Don't say anything. Okay. Should women be allowed to vote? Write it down on your paper. Don't say it. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say you think no.
Okay.
What do you think?
Depends.
Okay, wow. You know what? That's a diaper brand. That is not an answer.
Is that how you spell depends, though?
Yeah,
D-E-P-
but that's not my association. Depends doesn't count.
I'm really insecure here. Like, I don't have the auto. I didn't realize how often I use
I Google like
on
every word.
like just you know whenever you're writing anything now, it corrects it for you. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'd be nervous if I were you too. I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah, I'm becoming swayed in that whole argument of just like the household, voting for the household. And so I think that like if there's a widowed lady, then she should be able to vote for her household. And so that's why I say it depends. It's not women that I think women have their vote when their husband's voting. That is their vote. And if the husband's dead, or the woman's the woman's the head of the home, or she's the adult, that's her vote.
But I think that would be hard to legislate. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you can legislate for the exception to the rule. It's like, what, no women can vote unless, like, there'll be a lot more murdered husbands.
I mean, I don't know if there would be that many more, honestly. Like, if there would be, then it probably would be the type of thing that you should just let women vote then.
In that case, let everybody keep their heads.
Let's just keep the peace here.
That's true. Okay, so I was thinking about widows, and I wasn't thinking about widows, but I was thinking about married women. I do think it can there's nothing but kind of unhelpful voting with a household, right? If you have men and women voting in the same household, then it's either 2 votes for the same thing, or a split vote, which is just unhelpful for the household.
For the marriage,
for the marriage and society. Yeah. And then if you have single women voting, I just don't think single women should be voting. They're like the most, I'd say, unstable.
Whoa.
Yeah, like you're most easily swayed as a single woman. I mean, it's a known fact. Like single women are more preyed upon. They don't think about surroundings as much. They're just they're great, but I don't think they should be allowed to vote. Which isn't bad. I'd say I'm married and I'm very swayed. But I don't know about the whole widow thing. I just don't feel like, I feel like that'd be such a random thing to, like, it'd be such an exception. How many widows are there?
I haven't counted for a long time. And so I don't know.
Okay. You do have a point, though, that she would probably be the head of the household. I think it's just you don't have a vote until your son's old enough to vote.
Wow. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. How long ago what was it prior to women voting? Do you know what it was?
Yeah, that's a good question. They just didn't vote. So if you're a widow, you didn't vote.
Like, Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, giving women was the right to vote. I actually have no clue. This is not historical evidence.
Yeah. It's like,
I mean, I guess I would assume that if women did not have that right, they just didn't have that right because they were a woman. No,
yeah, I have
now
no
we got to
clue.
look it up.
Yeah, I have no
Now we've
clue
gotta
how,
look it up.
what it looked like.
Okay, so widows should be allowed to vote.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is the last one. If you had to choose between no coffee or for the rest of your life, don't say the answer, okay? You got to write it down. You got to write it down. Okay. Or not working out for the rest of your life, which would you choose?
No coffee or not working out?
Yes.
Whoa.
Don't say. Don't say. This is how you know your verbal processor.
Like, does not, just some qualifications here. Like, does participating in sports count? Like, basically
Yes,
not.
yes.
That counts as working
Yes,
out?
you can't raise your heart rate. Like you have a fatal condition. If you get above walking, you die.
Whoa, okay. Well, that really escalated quickly. It sounds dangerous. Okay.
You don't die, but you aren't allowed to do it. You can't go above walking.
Okay. What do you think?
I'd say no coffee.
Yeah, no coffee.
Okay, so what would it be on the working out side, I guess? What would you want to be allowed to do so that you could have coffee? What would the caveats be that make that a
Well, yeah, I mean, because it's like, oh, is jujitsu working out?
Definitely.
Is mountain biking working out?
definitely
Okay.
you're like wiped when you like go on those rides?
But I feel like those are sports that are also a workout.
I know, but when you ride your bike up hills for like hours and then come home and you're sore, that's considered a workout for sure.
Exercising your body. But I mean,
And same with jujitsu, you're like sweating up a storm, wrestling around.
You could be walking up flights of stairs to your job and do it in a way that really.
You could do that. You could walk up flights of stairs to your job.
That's my option.
Would you rather walk up flights of stairs to your job? Or drink coffee?
No, it'd be the same answer. Just that was an easy one. Okay. What about you, Katie? I'm going to turn the question to you.
No coffee.
No coffee. Yeah, it's an easy one. I guess you don't drink coffee now. Okay, these are way different than the questions I had for you.
Yeah.
But those were good ones.
I feel like they were kind of different.
Yes.
Don't you?
Yeah. Okay. I've got a question for you. No, do
you have a couple?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Okay,
You can leave them here. Okay.
Okay, just a couple. They're going to be different because you're coming up with them right now.
Okay. Yeah, they are going to be different. Would you rather have to wear the same dress for the rest of your life? Okay. So you owned one dress, but you could like do your hair, do makeup, wear jewelry, or have as many dresses as you want, but you can't wear makeup, do your hair, or wear jewelry.
This was easy.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if I know the answer.
What would you rather me do?
Well, it's tough because you never wear makeup. And so it's hard to even picture you wearing makeup.
See, that's the thing. I'm just perfect all the time. You're funny. What would your preference be?
My preference be, I don't have to answer this, okay? I don't, okay?
Okay, this is super easy, I think, for Elisha and I would say one dress.
One dress?
I would say one dress. Okay. Because you can do a ton with accessories. And I'm already kind of this way. And that I would say, like right now, I mean, you see on the podcast, I wear the same things over and over and over and over. I don't just have one dress, but I probably have 3 dresses and like 3 shirts. And I just wear them on repeat. I'd way rather have the ability to wear makeup because that can dress something up or down. If I don't wear makeup, then the dress looks more casual. If I do wear makeup, it looks fancier. Same with hair, same with shoes, same with earrings, all that stuff.
Nice.
I'd be totally fine with a dress a day. Good. Also, you look back at like the old times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really not that much. Like
they got by with like a dress
right.
a day, but they would do different things with their hair, or maybe they didn't wear makeup, maybe they did. I don't know, but they'd accessorize differently.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Okay. Is that what you would have picked? Or would you have picked lots of different clothes?
No, I don't. There's like 3 dresses I like. I mean, I like all your dresses, but there's 3 in particular that I really like. So I guess I don't get tired of seeing you and
I both wear the
dresses.
same clothes a lot.
Yes. There's just,
you'll be that way. You'll be like, oh, that's my favorite. I like that.
yes, exactly.
It's not like you're disappointed that I'm wearing it again.
No, exactly.
Also, you have to buy more clothes if I have lots of clothes options.
Okay. Katie, I've got another one for you.
Okay.
Okay. If you had 3 hours a day that was uninterrupted for you to devote towards any project around the house, business, further education, women's ministry.
Well, there's so many options here.
Yes. Where would you, but you can't change it up. You have to pick one and do that for a year.
Oh, so it's not like the rest of my life. It's just a year.
It's a year. What would you do with those 3 hours?
3 hours a day?
3 hours, that excess of time.
It's like 21 hours a week.
Yeah, 21 hours a week. You could pick up a new hobby. You could be playing whatever. You could go shopping.
Definitely shopping for my one dress.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you say what you think it would be. You have to think of the question and the answer. You've got a big job over there.
I think that you would write.
Oh, see, okay. That was the first thing that came to mind.
See, then why didn't you write that down, stinker?
Because then I started thinking about it. I was like, you know what? If it was just 1 year, because like if it was for the rest of my life, or like, I could commit to one extra thing, it would be writing.
Okay.
Because there's the most versatility in that. And it's what I enjoy doing the most.
You should have kept with that. Okay.
Okay. But then you said 1 year. And I'm like, I could do a lot in 1 year. And so I'd probably just put it towards my master's
degree.
Okay. I would probably try to cram in as much as I could in a...
Oh, you'd finish it in a year. Yeah.
I try to just like max out. And I know it would take like longer than 3 hours a day probably. But it's like if I had those 3 hours, I know I could like get up way earlier, go to bed later, and I could probably do it in like a year.
Okay.
That would be my goal.
Wow.
Or a huge chunk of it.
Right. Good for you.
So I'd rather take learning if it was like a year sprint, basically. Yes. And I would, if I could commit to output for one thing, it would be writing. Does that make sense?
Yep. Totally. That's great.
That was a good question.
Thanks. Yeah.
That was great.
Come up with it on the spot.
Writing was the primary.
Yes, you messed that up because when you think
it's
long,
when you
think
said 1
wrong.
Year.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think you answered honestly. Once it was modified.
It's like I would rather learn.
Yes, that's good. Okay. Would you rather, or this isn't a would you rather actually.
Okay. Elisha's really good at would you rathers. He does these at the dinner table with the kids. They love it. He does them on road trips.
I've got it. Ready?
Okay.
Would you rather have hired help for all of the cooking and the cleaning in our home?
Okay.
But then you can never do those things. Okay, so it's not like just
cooking and cleaning bunched together?
Both. But you can never do those things. Or hired help for the kids' education, but you can never do those things if there's the hired help.
Okay. What do you think it is?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think I do know, actually.
Okay, what is it?
I think you would rather not be allowed to, right? So this is like...
Yeah, you're not allowed
to do this. So you'd have hired help for the cleaning and cooking, and you would pour into the kids. That is the right answer.
Ding, ding, ding,
nice,
ding.
Good.
You're right. So what made it difficult was the cooking, which is funny because I wouldn't have said that a few years ago.
Right.
But I do enjoy cooking now. And it's like, it's actually really fun. And the kids sit there and it like changes up the day. And so I don't always love cooking, but if I could never cook again, I would be disappointed for sure.
Yes.
The cleaning's an easy
I knew that.
hire out. Yes, I would love to do that. And then with the kids' education, we've talked about this. If the Lord blessed us with more kids or if life just got more full, hiring out their education. And every time we think about that, or like that could be a good call, I get so bummed out.
Right.
I'm just like, I love doing that because I think I love learning with the kids.
Yes. Makes a ton of sense.
So it's like, I feel like I'd miss a lot. I'd probably go back to school if the kids went to school.
Nice.
Basically.
Nice.
So it wouldn't be more time spent cooking
Like you'd be
and
sitting
cleaning.
right next to them in class.
Exactly. It's like Elf. Just like, hey guys, what are we learning? Those are good, Elisha.
Thanks. Yeah, that's what I got.
That was great. Thank you so much.
You had great ones too. It was fun.
Awesome. Well,
Great.
I feel like we got to know each other better. You did a good job guessing my answers.
Oh, good.
I honestly wrote down your questions not thinking I would know the answer. I just thought, oh, these are good questions.
They were good questions. Yes. Well, thanks for having this date with me, Katie. It was such a romantic, insightful time. It was educational. I feel like I really got to know you on a deeper level.
Okay. Stop.
Folks, thank you all so much for listening. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.